Hey guys, sorry for the absence. It's just holidays, craziness. And I'm a one-person show here, so I mean, obviously, I am my own scriptwriter, I am my own researcher, I am my own fact checker, I am everything, and of course, I have my kids, that kind of thing. I have my family. For Christmas, and I'm baking cookies for my family Christmas Eve. Which was like my grandmother's recipe of the orange carrot cookie, which I made last year, and my family said I brought back memories, so I'm going to do the same this year. Not only that, it's just that Weezer fun fact video is becoming more of a pain than I realized, and it's more or less fact checking, and I realized that I feel like I have to fact check more, probably because it's so hard for me to do the video, to put it together. I've tried to record it like the last 10 times, but it felt like it wasn't good enough. So I left it, and then I walked away from it to see if and then I thought I'd keep fact checking. Now, I want to sort of also remind you all that I'm also human. I understand feedback. I understand criticism. I mean, I don't mind having it. I don't mind getting it, as long as it's given the proper way, as in nicely and done in a way that would make me want to listen to the feedback more. Maybe want to implement something if it's true. However, I do not take kindly to some people if they're going to come and say that, oh, your videos are too long, you're putting people to sleep, and I'm going around to call out people on on YouTube that don't belong here. Obviously, this was a comment I got, and they're probably a troll, and they're probably just, yeah, whatever. And I didn't want to let it bother me. I mean, I basically had walked away from it. I deleted it so I purposely would not have to look at it, so I wouldn't get mad about it. But I guess it has bothered me a lot more than I realized, because that might be a bit of a slam to my confidence, which is why I've not been able to put together a video for the last 3 weeks, because it was about 3 weeks ago that that comment happened. So I do apologize. Hopefully by January I can get back to making videos and have the Weezer video, fun fact video, be the first one I put out, or before then possibly. But that's a highly unrealistic goal for me to have for myself, because there's still a lot of fact checking and there's a lot of work I have to do in real life for like Christmas. So I have to bake the cookies. I have to make room for the space for me to bake the cookies. My kids are going to be out of school starting tomorrow. My birthday is coming up. Just a lot of things going on, so I just cannot. I would not want to promise anything and then not get it out. So, well, like I did with this whole time. Also, I do apologize because it took me a while. My old lenses, the prescription was off, so I could. And the way my the way my eyesight is, excuse me, is that far away, I mean middle is okay, but far away is doubled, and up close is like, once you get past that halfway point, it's kind of doubled, so the words look like they're jumbled across the page. And if I come any closer than that, they just go blurred. I mean, I was playing Magic the Gathering with my husband last year, like around Halloween. I don't remember when, but this is where I had already decided that I knew I was probably going to need glasses and I should get my eyes checked out. But we were playing Magic the Gathering, and I was trying to read this card, and I couldn't, I couldn't do it, because having it out this far, the fine print, I couldn't read, but the closer I brought it, the more blurry or got. I mean, it just looked like a big blurry gray block on the card. And I had to have my husband read it for me. So that's how my eyesight was. And I have a new prescription lenses in my new glasses, so I can see much clearly now. I can read better. I think I have like a prism in the reading part on my left side, but so that's still kind of getting used to that one. But yeah, it's if I have trouble physically focusing on reading, you can bet my mental focus is out the window. It's just nothing. So there's that. And it's just all this stuff kind of teamed up at once, and the knock to my confidence. So I'm really sorry. And I mean, I'm going to sit here and admit that I probably did take a knock to my confidence with that comment the person left. And I chose not to argue with them. I took the time, but ended up just deleting the comment. But I took the time to comment to them that if you weren't trying to be mean, maybe you ought to stop calling people out because you're ruining their fun, you know? I mean, and I probably shouldn't even commented that. I should have just reported them and deleted the message. Because, I mean, obviously it was meant to knock my confidence, right? And I don't want to stop doing YouTube. I don't want to stop making videos, although I do think that once a week was maybe ambitious on my part. So maybe I will shoot for once a week, but at least get a video out twice a month kind of thing, just so I can touch base with you all. And I will try to have something where it's music related to go along with it. You know, it's just, excuse me. So yeah, it's just that. So moving on from like the personal stuff to, I feel like I needed to kind of correct myself on these two issues that I had with my artistry video. I might actually do another one where it's like, where I talk about songwriters and the band and stuff like that. So, because obviously I did not mean that the people behind the scenes were the ones doing the work, that are doing all the heavy lifting. They weren't. They aren't. They are just a puzzle piece of the whole, but they don't get credit like the band does, is what all I was trying to say. So, for instance, where I commented the Beatles probably would not have been anybody had they not had George Martin, I didn't mean that entirely, because obviously the Beatles had talent. They were great songwriters. You know, they must have, like the sound engineers must have seen some musical talent in them, because obviously once they became famous, they'd gone off and worked hard to become better at their art. So, I mean, and that's another reason why to like the Beatles, is that they didn't just say, oh, we're already famous, so I give up. They went and got better. Why not? So yeah. Now, another one. And so, Weezer 30th, I mentioned that it was pressed at half speed and it was from Abbey Road. It was not done at Abbey Road. It's just all the half speeds I saw were always done at Abbey Road. This one was done at Sterling Sounds Studios. That's in New York. So, I mean, I think that is correct. Yeah, by Ted Jansen. So, obviously, I got that wrong. And I want to correct myself on that. And I will try to not mention things like that. Obviously, like I said, I want to be better at backtracking, because the world that we live in today is just, you never know with things. And I feel like so many people putting out their opinions about things without anybody else thinking about the facts of these things. I mean, one obvious thing is the flat earthers, right? I mean, whatever. Maybe it's just some people that just wanted to be a pain in the butt. But, that's fine. They're having their thing. But I also think that a lot of these things that come out of the non-scientific world that are scientific, the amount of people that just want to pass over the scientific side of things. I mean, science really isn't that hard, but at the same time, I get it. It's a really hard concept to get sometimes, that the way the physical world works, the way things around us work, when so forth and so on. So yeah, I get it, but this is what I mean. It's like, I think whether it's misinformation or just information that these people prefer to believe than what the normal mainstream belief is. And so yeah, I get it. But the thing is too, we can't just take the mainstream for its word. We can't take people's beliefs, even if it's outside of the mainstream and may partially be true or be true, because excuse me once again, I feel like that the way our world is that there is a give and take on these things, because like there are some studies that really show that holistic medicine does a really good job. However, it doesn't work for me with my ADHD. They're not gonna cure everybody's cancer. I mean, hey, look at Steve Jobs' story. Had he not gone off on what he did, he may have been able to have surgery and he may have been still alive today. So obviously, I'm just, I'm saying that, yes, I can partially agree with some of these things that are out there, but at the same time, the misinformation too is ripe in this world, and we need to work on not having that. I mean, yeah, to a point. So obviously I want to make sure my facts are straight when I'm talking to you, and which means it's going to take me a little bit longer to put videos together. I'm going to go because my throat is crazy, but hang on one second. And then I've got some work to do in the kitchen. So everybody, if I don't see you before Christmas or New Year's, happy holidays. Have a great Christmas. Enjoy time with your family. I hope it's not dysfunctional. Have a great New Year's. Hopefully you get to spend some time with your friends on New Year's. And in doing so, please, please, please drink responsibly if you're going to drink. Obviously, because it's not just yourself that you're going to hurt. You could hurt somebody else and somebody else's family. Especially if you're going to drink and drive. I mean, at least have Uber's phone number available to you, or a taxi cab phone number if they're still around. Just don't risk putting somebody else's life in danger just because you've had a few drinks. It's not worth it. And I'm going to end, like I said. Hope you guys have a great holiday. See you in a couple weeks. Maybe sooner, but I can't guarantee that. But see you in a couple weeks. Hopefully I will have the Weezer Fun Fact video as the first video to bring out to you guys. Bye!